that is Kenya Academy or Kenya Sports Academy. We can listen before they left the country. We can listen to them before they left the country for you guys to understand much about the tournament.
Tunapeleka watoto Spain. Tunaenda tournament in Costa Daurada. Apart from that, watakuwa training with Barcelona coaches. So it's a 10 days tournament together with training and our workshop and everything. So our main goal is that tutakuwa exposed. At least kama wanaweza kuwa scouted huko pia ni advantage. So representing the country inatupatia motisha sana tukienda huko, and maybe to fly the Kenyan flag high. And then apart from that tunatarajia tukikuja huku tukuja na vikombe, at least because competition huko ni tight because we are playing with very good teams. Academy za huko ziko juu sana kuliko za Kenya, but tumeprepare vizuri sana because tulianza preparation around 3 months ago, so tumekuwa tukitrain morning, evening and everything. So vijana wako ready. Tunapeleka teams 3, tunapeleka under 16, under 13, under 11. So far tunaona team iko ready. So tunataka kujipima nguvu na hizo academy kama za Barcelona, academy kama za Atletico Madrid. So far teams zao ziko very strong. So already zile training tumefanya, I do believe by the end of the 10 days tutarudi hapa na kikombe, and at least tutatembea huko pia tujue venye how to handle sports and everything.
We're going to Barcelona, Spain. We're going for a youth tournament. Tumekuwa tukiprepare vizuri. We trust in our coaches. Our coaches have prepared as well, and we have faith that when you go to Barcelona, we're going to come back victorious. Just hope for their best. You know, there's a lot of stiff competition with a lot of Spanish clubs over there, and they do way more training than us. So just hope for their best because we have also put in a lot of hard work. We won't let them down. We'll do our best, and we have to come back with a trophy.
That's Kenya Sports Academy going for the tournament, for Costa Dorada tournament. We were speaking with them at the airport. You can see our mic there. Our reporter Moses Valerie was with them, and he was following. Currently they are in Spain. They landed some days ago. I'm still following on their performance. I haven't seen your team there.
I think we have in this academy we have something called the yearly calendar. We have target tournaments that we need to go to. It depends with the objective of the academy, because our objective mostly is to develop these players. If you go for a Spain tournament, that's like the coach have said, if you go to a Spanish tournament where there's Barcelona, there's Sevilla, and you expect to win, actually you won't win. So because those guys in terms of development they're in another level, so our main objective is to go make sure these kids, we usually go to the Manchester and Cardiff tournament in April, and we went to the Wesker camp that actually went in August. So it's something that different academy have different objective. Our objective as League Ndogo is to develop these players, to expose them, because at the age of 13, if you tell this kid you need to win a tournament, that's giving up pressure. That's like the coach have said, you're pressuring this kid to win a trophy. Where you have Barcelona, you've seen. I wish you guys have seen Barcelona youth team play. They are like. They are El Clasico. You can't compare it with it's just like normal one. The way you see wakina Kamavinga playing against Barcelona is the same way these under 13 will play against Barcelona under 13. It's a game full of pressure, full of talent. They get the best of the talent they can get. So I think our target as League Ndogo is usually to develop these kids, to expose them so that whenever they come back, they have something to learn. And at any moment, Aizen Waziri can say, at the age of below 18, no one can be scouted. And that's something that we coaches, we know, but some coaches, I think they tell the kids that you're going there to be scouted. You can't be scouted at the age of 30. What they can do is to follow your progress slowly by slowly. By the time you reach 18, that's when they'll show interest in you. So if the coach is saying, on a live television is taking the kids so that they can be scouted and they're under 16, that doesn't make sense as development.
Was it these guys has really traveled? You can even listen at
he's a journeyman as far as football is concerned. He has been around and about country after country, but then again, it's for the good of the game, because he also takes his kids to a tourney in Tanzania, where you come up against the very, very best of academies in Africa. So I think for those kids, it's a good learning curve, because again, you go and meet kids whose technical ability is way on another level. So you have to match yourself going into the future as far as your career is concerned. But then again, whatever the likes of Kenya School Academy are doing and the likes of League Ndogo with Coach Lawrence here are doing is how football again should be played. Because I've gone and sat in the stands in the terraces watching a Kenya Premier League match. A fellow cannot pick a 10-yard pass. and he's playing in the Premier League, and you wonder where was he all this time? Because at the age of 10, you look at these La Masia academies in Barcelona. A 14-year-old kid can pick a 60-yard pass with so much comfort. So I think that is how football should be nurtured to be played. But then again, it's just, I cannot complain or lament or speak ill about the players who are now in the Kenyan Premier League, because they just never went through that structure, because it has never been there for the longest time. But I think the way football is being done at League Indogo and all these other academies is the right way I think football should be played.
And speaking of that, I think we should also nurture, develop kids from young players from very young age. The reason being, you see, we cannot really complain about the players, because in our system, you have to, we don't play football like it's a profession. You play, but you still have to work somewhere else to get, you know. So if we can progressively develop our football, make sure that it's a profession where players can earn from it without even working any other place, then I think it's a good progression.
Do we really have to take kids in Barcelona, Manchester, Juventus, or there's another option? We can mentor our own best. We can bring the best coaches in the country, to the likes of Lawrence here, who can bring the best in young talents.
I think bringing the best coaches in the country, it's another option, but exposing these kids to the infrastructure, to the facility, when you take them to have there, it's much more better than bringing the coach actually here, because these kids go to learn a lot. You know, in Kenya right now, what we are doing is we are bringing kids who we think they can play football, who can pay for this academy to come and play. But when you go to somewhere like Spain, they get the best, they go there, scout the best of the best, who they can develop in 10 years or 15 years time. They can sell one player and make money from them. So they're just not picking anyone who is just there, who is able to pay for the Barcelona academy. No, they're getting the best talent they can get from this young age. So when these kids come to compete, they start working, knowing that these are the best talent we can get in Spain, and we can develop them. But in Kenya, if you have money, you can pay for your kids to be in academy. You are, if your father is someone prominent in politics, you'll go there and you'll be the first 11, and you're doing nothing.
We're going to take a short break. Let's take a short break. But remember, gentlemen, you can keep the conversation going on. Remember, you're part of the program. You are a part of the Sports Extravaganza, and you can interact with us. Remember, the English Premier League matches are currently going. Tottenham are playing against Wolverhampton, and I understand Tottenham are leading 1-0. The question of the day is, what is your prediction for today's English Premier League? What is your prediction for today's English Premier League? Text us via WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp number is on down there on your screen. You can text us on our social media platform at TV47 News, on X app at TV47, on Facebook. We are going to take a short break, but we are going to take a short break, but we will be back with the interviews from handball stakeholders and even Scrabble stakeholders.
The news that matters the most is the one that hits close to home. When disasters strike, we are there to inform you. When the bullets are flying, we tell you who's shooting and why. Reporting on your victories, your health, your money, your security, your past, present, and future. We are interested in telling the stories of creativity, hard work, and resilience that you are known for. That is our job. This is my job. My name is Victor Moyakane, and it's my honor to bring you this news this way every Thursday night on the Home of Untold Stories.
Katika majengo haya, hapa ndipo sheria zinapotungwa na zinapopakuliwa. Nitakuletea viongozi mbalimbali, mirengo mbalimbali, wote kwa pamoja wakipika na kupakua. Tutawapa nafasi kuweza kuangazia changamoto na mafanikio ya ugatuzi. Katika ukumbi wa siasa kila siku ya Jumanne kuanzia saa 1 kamili na kuendelea.
Toka eneo hili la Naivasha kwenye kaunti 032, gatuzi la Nakuru.
Toka kaunti Elgeyo Marakwet, kaunti 028.
Nikiripotia runinga ya TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Wajir.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Turukana.
Kwa matukio yote yanayojiri katika kaunti hii 012.
Kutoka kaunti nambari 1, kaunti ya Mombasa.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Lamu.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka Kisii County.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Machakos.
Kutoka kaunti hii ya Trans Nzoia.
Kaunti 038.
Kutoka gatuzi nambari 029, kaunti ya Nandi, chemichemi ya mabingwa.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Kakamega.
Itakuwa nikiripotia runinga ya TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Bungoma.
Jina langu ni Paula Munio.
Willy Dennis Jiru.
Fabian Kibet.
Mimi ni Hashim Jimal.
Mimi ni Kitio Mika Masai.
John Javakiania.
Jina langu ni Abdulaziz Nameka.
Mimi ni Kombo Alfayo.
Jina langu ni Nicholas Mbai.
Isaac Famba.
Mimi ni Wanji Sosti.
Jina langu ni Arnold Adidi.
Jina langu ni Chris Bet.
Jina langu ni Violet Auma.
Na TV47 inapotamba, mimi Sheila Chelangat nitakuwa nikiripotia maswala yanayokuhusu wewe kila kuchao. Every Thursday 7:30 p.m. unapata nafasi kufahamu viongozi mbalimbali kutoka humu nchini, kuanzia wabunge.
Through Changa we could get money to pay our rent, to pay our bills.
When I was growing up, water was a problem where I was born and bred. We wake up at 3 to go and look for water.
Magavana
must be ready to be a tough woman and not a woman to be walked over.
Kwa hivyo
you respect people.
Dari ya mfahamu kiongozi, story na historia, na mi Elizabeth Mutuku.
Kwa mirindimo kem ya michezo.
Welcome back, gentlemen and ladies. This is TV47 Sports Extravaganza, where we have been discussing and even talking matters football, talking matters handball, and we will be talking matters rugby in a few minutes. Remember, we are also going to have we are going to have an interview with handball stakeholders, a man who has been championing for Mount Kenya Region Handball League. He will be telling us what special do we have, what are we expecting from that league, and what do we really need to ensure that the game is growing. Remember the question. Remember to keep interacting with us with the question of the day. That is, what is your prediction for today's English Premier League matches? What is your prediction for today's English Premier League matches? That is our question of the day. Send your prediction, send your opinions on our WhatsApp number, that is star 254 793 267297. Interact with us also on our social media platform, TV47 News on X, TV47 on Facebook. Remember also, you can also tag me on Facebook at Danko Askofu and Twitter at Danko Askofu _. And right away, I'm going to engage one of the handball stakeholders, a man who has been championing for the grassroots handball, a man who has been championing for regional handball, that is Mount Kenya Handball. He's the director or the technical director of Mount Kenya Handball League. We are talking matters nurturing handball in Mount Kenya region. Newton. And there's also another gentleman there. I'll be giving them a few seconds to give themselves a proper introduction.
Thank you so much. I go by the name
Newton Murimi Kiambati. I serve as a technical director for Mount Kenya Handball League. That is the league that runs in all the counties in Mount Kenya region. This is where we are trying to embrace a different type of sports. That is, we are bringing up handball, kama football. You know, everybody is talking about football in this Kenya and other types of sports, but we are trying to bring out handball in a nature that everyone will embrace it. Thank you so much.
Oh, I go by the name James Mwenda Mweti, and I'm the CEO and founder of HASA, which is a foundation or an organization for advancing sports in Africa. We tend to diversify sports apart just from Kenya, Africa-wide.
Africa-wide.
Yes.
What's the genesis of Mount Kenya Handball League?
Yes, Mount Kenya Handball League came out of a tournament that we held in Meru County. It was the first tournament in around Easter. It was the first time we did a tournament. A lot of people came, a lot of sponsors came to support us, and even different teams embraced handball in a different way. So throughout the tournament, we learned that we have to bring out a continuous league. So out of those promises and everything, we brought out the league. It started early this year, January. It will end up next year in May, where we will be embracing. We have a lot of teams so far. We have around 12 men and 8 ladies. That is because it is the first time we are trying to balance so that the ladies and men imalize pamoja.
Imalize pamoja.
Yes.
I'm going to engage you because now I'm going to ask you about the performance. How has been the performance? How is the league? Is it competitive, or we can just witness something?
Yeah, so far the league is very competitive, but we find the teams, they are cooperating, and let's say we have different venues. First of all, as my brother said, it started in Meru, in Kemu. It's about Mount Kenya first of all, so that we can diversify to Kenya at large. So far the league is very competitive and it is active. Yes.
Any of the team that is playing in Mount Kenya League that is also playing the Premier League? I understand there's a national handball league that a few matches have been played earlier today. Any of the team that
yes, and
taking part?
For that, not really, because our teams are mostly from Mount Kenya region. We are affiliated on a Kenya Handball Federation, so it means the national league is running by itself and Mount Kenya is running by itself. But at the end, the top number one in National League will meet the top number one in Mount Kenya, which is the same case in Western and all the other regions. So the other teams which will be the winners, they will meet for a Super Cup.
Now I don't want my team to play in the national handball league. I want my team to take part in Mount Kenya League. How are you going to convince that? What are you going to show me that this league is better than the one that you're going? This league is better than the other one.
So at first I can say Mount Kenya Handball League, it is starting, yes, but it has picked so fast that we could not even imagine. We have plans that will run for the next 5 years. We have even sponsors who are willing to support us. We have well-wishers. We have a lot of people who are behind us. The teams are also paying some registration fees to ensure the continuity of the league. You know, to run a league, you must have some finances. So there's registration fee. So I can say Mount Kenya Handball League, in the next 2 years, it will be the biggest thing in Kenya after the National League, because we are promising to start paying allowances to the players. We start giving bigger awards to the players. We start incorporating different types of competitions in the teams. So teams that will benefit from Mount Kenya Handball League are the top 2. I can say they'll compete for the National League, or they meet with the other teams. Apart from that, the awards, the allowances, we ensure that players are getting allowances. You play, you get allowance. You play per weekend, you get allowance. That is something we are trying to indulge in the Mount Kenya. The other thing I can say is the sponsors are saying we try and bring out leagues. After the major league, there's the grassroots leagues. That is even Meru County. They are around, so far we've traveled in Nyeri, Embu, Meru. Next weekend we'll be in Laikipia County. So it means there will come a time when the league, we will have to incorporate the lower part of it, like Meru to have its own league, Nyeri to have its own league, so that the top 2 in Meru can meet the top 2 in Laikipia, the top 2 in Laikipia can meet the top 2 in Nyeri, so that we form the Mount Kenya now. Because now, the rate at which teams are joining us, it's alarming. Now, we have to bring the grassroots handball. So that's why we are saying handball is a game that we have to embrace it in Kenya. Even the CS is aware, Ababu Namambo is aware of the league. So we are trying to bring a different perspective in sports, not only football that people play, not only men play football. So the league is trying even to balance the gender. So it is something that in the next 5 years, I believe that it is the biggest thing in Kenya. Yes.
I want to involve you guys, both of you. I need your opinion because I want to understand. I understand that you have said you guys have a lot of plans. Hizi plans ni gani? Tuelezeni. Hizi plans ni gani?
So far, I can say we are trying to link with the county governments in every region, in every county in our region. That is, if it's Nyeri, we link with the national government. Not the national government, sorry, the county government. We try and have a common place where teams are meeting for handball. For example, in Meru, where I come from, there is a Kinoru Stadium. So we link with the county government. They help us with Kinoru Stadium. This is where all the teams will be coming to play over the weekend. So as much as, for example, in Kasarani, people when they hear there is football, there will be in large numbers there. So we are trying to bring that image also in handball. For example, now in county of Meru, Kinoru Stadium, we link with the county government. They give us the fields. We try our games there. We go to Nyeri County, link with the county government. So the county government will be involved. As much as the county is involved, there will be support. I can say, for example, in Nyeri, we have the county government team. It means those who work in the county government have formed their team and they have registered them in the league. So it means it's something that is speaking. So in our plans, that is in the 2 years' time to come, the league will be in a place that everyone will be amazed. So we are trying to have a lot of, we are incorporating ideas from our sponsors, from our well-wishers, those who are supporting us, even the teams themselves, the managers of the teams, because most of them are institutions. We have a large number of institutions and a small number of clubs. So everyone, we are trying to incorporate everyone's idea so that the league can kick and reach a point that we are in a place mali football iko. I'm not saying we are comparing ourselves with football, but tutafika ile place pia. Yeah, sure.
Umenyawaza sana. Ongea plani gani ambazo labda ameweza kuacha or that he has left out?
So some plans like we have like, okay, I'll speak on behalf of ASA. We are the sponsors. So on behalf of ASA, we tend to like gather many people and mainly the corporates who will help us to sponsor the teams. As he said earlier that we'll be having like to give the players allowances because some of the teams, they are based on the institutions like the universities. So at times you find it is difficult for the players to move from, let's say, if the students come from Karatina University, find at times it is challenging for them to get the transport from Karatina to Meru. See, so on us as sponsors, we tend to like bridge and give them finances so that they can at least make it easier for them to reach the destination and participate in sport. And also we have plans like getting many people as possible to create awareness so that they can know, like we have the handball league kicking and mainly getting support from people. And we've tried reaching various, like he said, county government and various leaders like the MCAs who have given us the support we need so that the league can be lively. Yes.
Why handball?
Okay.
Why not football?
Okay.
Basketball?
Okay, we chose handball because handball, like football, it's like, I cannot say it's overrated, but it's there. There are some initiatives which are going on for the football, about the football teams. But no, handball, there are many sports, as we said in ASA, advancing sports in Africa. So sports, there are many types of sports. So we chose handball because trying something new, you see?
Again, handball is something that is easier to play. It is easier to learn. It is easier to incorporate, because the moment the handball is played with 7 players versus 7 players, it is more of an action game compared to other types of sport. It comes second after rugby. So it is something that we can avoid injuries easily. So handball it's picking in a higher rate that we have to accept. Yes.
Wewe ni technical director.
Yes,
I understand there are challenges ambazo you guys face when you are running a league.
Yeah.
Apart from financial challenges, financial challenges ambazo pia tumeona timu zingine ama federations zingine zina face. Nyinyi mnaona ni wapi ambapo ni kipi ambacho kinawatatiza nyinyi haswa kando na finances?
Challenges ni mingi, na challenges hazipotei kwa everything that you do. I can say the smooth running of the league is something hectic. As much as una avoid your swali ya finance, running the league, it needs a lot of money. Na most institutions wanajitegemea wenyewe. So running the league to an extent yenye itamaliza towards the end is something that is big. And then huwezi cheza league all the way, you don't expect awards. So we have those challenges like we need bigger awards. What next after the league? So what if someone, for example, injury severe, what do you do? So these are some of the challenges that render us. Also kuna watu wana kupiga vita, you know, there are a lot of people are trying to bring it down.
Position lazima.
Yes, so lazima kidogo. So these are challenges zenye ziko, a lot are there, but we are trying to balance in a way that the league is smooth, because as long as I'm not there, the league should run. As much as nasema I'm the technical director, there comes a time then nitatoka. So the league lazima iendelee to a nature that itakuja kuwa of help to the other generations.
Ni ligi ya Mount Kenya, eneo la Mlima Kenya.
Yes.
Kuna mipango ya ligi ile iweze kutoka nje, kuna mipango ambayo labda tuona ligi ile ikielekea katika mkoa eneo la Nyanza, Western, pia kule Eastern pia, ama pia uko Rift Valley. Yes. Kuna mipango na zile mpango kwa sasa ni kipi ambacho mtakuwa mnafanya ili kuhakikisha kuwa at the end of the day the plans will be successful?
So vile umesema, we have plans. It's not just about Mount Kenya, it's about handball for Kenya. And as he said earlier, like when the top 2 will finish the league, because this is the first time we are trying the league in Mount Kenya. So when the first will emerge winners, the top 2 will meet with other winners from like Western Kenya. You see, it will be like inter-competition. But later on we shall, because this is the time we are kicking and it's the time we are starting, so later on maybe we shall come up with plans. We see whether we'll be having inter-competition instead of maybe at the end of the season, whereby when we are finishing the league, that is the time maybe we are incorporating like the other regions. So maybe later on we shall come maybe with plans and initiatives to see whether we can be having inter-regional competitions. Yes.
I can say handball leagues are running all over the country. It is not only in Mount Kenya. Actually, Mount Kenya was left out because all the other regions are running the leagues. Nyanza, I say Western, there's another in Coast, there's the National League. So Mount Kenya is something that has come out so fast. So we have agreed that the winners, as he has said, the first 2 will meet the other first 2s to form a Super Cup. So after that, players will be even shifted. A good player is seen in Meru will play a good player that I've seen in Nyanza. They form a team which will be able to represent, let's say, because the National League is something good. It is affiliated the Kenya Handball Federation. It is something that they pick players all over, they balance to form a national team. Kuna team ya Kenya by the handball. So they pick teams from they pick players from different regions to form one national team that is represent Kenya versus other countries. So this is something we are trying to, under the National League, sasa hii ya chini kuje, we pick also players, we form a strong team. There's different types of handball. Kuna ya huku kwa land na kuna beach. Huko Coast wanachezanga beach handball. So it is something that is coming up fast. Yes.
Kuna zile strategy ambazo huwa zinawekwa na we say if you're not creating a junior league then you're not going anywhere because we need junior talent, we need superstar ambao ni wadogo wachanga. Nyinyi mmeka mikakati kuhakikisha kuwa kuna junior league katika eneo lile la Mount Kenya?
Yeah, because in handball the senior men cannot play high schools because the game competes among the most intact game that we have in Kenya. So I can say the high school competition cannot match the campuses or the universities competition. So what we do, we try to form a league for the high schools, then we form a league for the senior teams, for both women and men. So that the high schools, if someone is good in high school and amefika ile kiwango, then he's incorporated in other institutions of higher learning. For example, I can say there are some people in Meru school, they were so good, so they completed their high school level, wakapata zile scholarship to Strathmore University. So these are things we are trying to incorporate hapa kwa league yetu. So as much as you're good and umepata grade yako, we try umepata scholarship to higher learning. For example, in MKU, where I was serving as a Minister for Sports, most of institutions are trying to incorporate the idea ya kupeana scholarship. If you are good in sports, you can come na ucheze shule, upate hizo allowances ama uweze kuboost pia talent yako to another level. Yeah.
Kuna shabiki anauliza, je, ligi ni ya kina dada peke yao ama ni ya vijana peke yao ama ni ya kila mtu? Na labda kuna timu labda ambazo zimekuwa ndio mara ya kwanza. This is the first season, right?
Yes, this is the first season.
Any team that has emerged it's hard to beat?
Yeah, there are some teams bana tough sana. Wenye, handball is something lazima kumejenga kidogo. There are some teams in Meru tough sana. Like now the leading team in our league is for men is Meru University. Now for women is Embu University, where the other teams like KDF pia wako part of us. KDF ya Nanyuki is part of us. So we have like 12 men and 9 women teams. So women wamekuwa wengi, we have to hold kidogo because the resources pia zina to limit. So ilifika time tukafunga registration because teams zilikuwa mingi. Tulikuwa na team mingi over 50.
Sema watu huku nje wanapenda handball. They like handball, right?
So next time we'll try to diverge sana ndio tuweze kuincorporate all of the teams.
Yeah. Pia yuko hapa pia
sponsor
yuko hapa wewe amesikia kilio chako. Ni kipi ambacho mmeweza kufanya ama mnashirikiana vipi na shirikisho la mpira wa mikono ama handball humu nchini? You guys mnashirikiana vipi ili kuhakikisha kwa mchezo unazidi kukua?
Yeah, the Kenyan Handball Federation is really supportive. They have ensured that there is smooth running of the league. Actually, the leaders when wanasimamia the league, they were chosen by a large number of people. There's constitution that is there. We don't just wake up and choose leaders. There's constitution that is guiding us of what we should do. So Kenyan Handball Federation is really supportive. They have even promised a lot of things for example, the awards, the support necessary. If we need them anytime, the training of the referees, because handball pia inahitaji training ya referees. The referee akuwe severe on what he is doing, akuwe serious on what he do, because handball most of the handball games zinahitaji high technique ya sije nitasemaje, because watu ukosana sana hasira because unaweza endea mtu vibaya usikie. So the referee is trying to tunahitaji hiyo courses za referee. So the Kenyan Handball Federation hapo ndio inaingilia, inaoffer hizo trainings, inauza hizo basics, inapeana hizo basics za training za referees, they ensure the league ina run. So ndio maana pale tukicheza ligi kusikue na issues ya referee amefanya. So these are challenges zenye ziko under CC, because there is a national level na grassroots level. So under Mount Kenya Handball League, hizi challenges Kenya Handball Federation inajaribu kutatua. Kenya Handball Federation ni kama FKF. Unaona? So it's the same body.
Kama shirikisho, ni shirikisho la mchezo wa mpira wa handball. Lakini pia kama mdhamini, mna mipango ipi kando na kudhamini mpira, kando ya kuwa ama sponsors of that Mount Kenya Handball League? What other plans apart from the Mount Kenya region? What are the plans outside the Mount Kenya region basketball handball league?
Okay, apart from the other plans, apart from like being the sponsors, also nurture talents. See, like there are like junior academies for football, because football sasa ndio Kenya unapata watu wapenda ball sana. So we want like to shift the attention of people apart from football, the other sports. So mtu akona talent anapenda handball, so atafanyaje? Juu anaona tuseme hakuna academies like for handballs, anahitaji ile training and so unaona, so we try like maybe in the future like they will say creating like your junior leagues. So if you start like umetengeneza mwanzo mdogo, like mtu anaenda akigrow ile handball, unaweza kuja upate hata he or she will reach the international markets, because someone, let's say regarding football, let's say someone like Olunga ni Mkenya tunamjua ni wapa, but right now ako nje. So if the same case for handball, when we create awareness and people get to know about the handball, talent ya mtu inaweza grow imfikishe into international heights. You, for example, like sports, it's also like a source of income. Kiangalia si lazima uko umesoma sana ndio uingie sports. It's talent. Juu kuna mtu akona talent ya handball but hana talent ya masomo. So in such a case, like the person, we can nurture the talent and the person can come to akulio talent yake. Juu sometimes here in Kenya tunaona kama mchezo, like kama handball, utasema hii ni upuzi, ni kitu ya mchezo sana, itampeleka mbali. But some people out there, they're just generating income from handball. Yes.
We want to wrap up the interview. They say quality and quantity are two different things.
Yeah, sure.
How much is the winning prize for the league?
Pesa ni mingi, sisi sema bwana. Utakutafuta.
Na utakutafuta ama utafuta mshindi mwenye atakuwa ameshinda.
Sema they are very, I can say, awards, huge awards, cash prizes, the trophies, the team jerseys for the winners. The top scorer of the league will be awarded. So there are bigger prizes that we have, and the plans are there to even incorporate more ideas. More so, achana na hiyo the cash prizes. The winner of the league who compete on the other regions zote, Western Coast National League, watacheza kupata the winner. So as much as there are cash prizes, and the league si sana for the prizes if we want to grow to a different level. So I think that's all. And I can say the handball ni ya kujaribu kunacha talent kuanzia chini ifike place poa, ndio watu wapate scholarship, players wa grow, watu wa earn income, na tukaipoa na wase.
Basi there has been Newton Kiambati, the technical director of Mount Kenya Handball League, telling us what plans they have to ensure that the league of to ensure that handball is growing. He has been joined by his sponsor akitueleza ni kipi ambacho amekuwa akifanya kuhakikisha kuwa mchezo huu wa handball unazidi kuimarika. Tutakuwa tunachukua break fupi hivi, alafu tukirejea pia tutakuwa nazidi kuzungumza na wachezaji wa mchezo wa Scrabble. Kumbuka kipindi ni Sports Extravaganza here, and you can interact with us on our social media platform. We are going to take a short break, lakini tukirejea tutakuwa na wachezaji wa mchezo wa Scrabble.
The news that matters the most is the one that hits close to home. When disasters strike, we are there to inform you. When the bullets are flying, we tell you who's shooting and why. Reporting on your victories, your health, your money, your security, your past, present, and future. We are interested in telling the stories of creativity, hard work, and resilience that you are known for.
That is our job. This is my job. My name is Victor Moyakane, and it's my honor to bring you this news this way every Thursday night on the Home of Untold Stories.
Katika majengo haya, hapa ndipo sheria zinapotungwa na zinapopakuliwa. Nitakuletea viongozi mbalimbali, mirengo mbalimbali, wote kwa pamoja wakipika na kupakua. Tutawapa nafasi kuweza kuangazia changamoto na mafanikio ya ugatuzi katika ukumbi wa siasa kila siku ya Jumanne kuanzia saa 1 kamili na kuendelea.
Toka eneo hili la Naivasha kwenye kaunti 032, gatuzi la Nakuru.
Kutoka kaunti ya Elgeyo Marakwet, kaunti 028.
Nikiripotia runinga ya TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Wajir.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Turukana.
Kwa matukio yote yanayojiri katika kaunti hii 012.
Kutoka kaunti nambari 1, kaunti ya Mombasa.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Lamu.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka Kisii County.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Machakos.
Kutoka kaunti hii ya Trans Nzoia.
Kaunti 038.
Kutoka gatuzi nambari 029, kaunti ya Nandi, chemichemi ya mabingwa.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Kakamega.
Nitakuwa nikiripotia runinga ya TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Bungoma.
Jina langu ni Paula Munio.
Willy Dennis Jiru.
Fabian Kibet.
Mimi ni Hashim Jimal.
Mimi ni Kitio Mika Masai.
John Javakiania.
Jina langu ni Abdulaziz Nameka.
Mimi ni Kombo Alfayo.
Jina langu ni Nicholas Mbai.
Isaac Famba.
Mimi ni Wanji Sosti.
Jina langu ni Arnold Adidi.
Jina langu ni Chris Bet.
Jina langu ni Violet Auma.
Na TV47 inapotamba, mimi Sheila Chelangat nitakuwa nikiripoti.
Welcome back. This is Sports Extravaganza. This is TV47 Sports Extravaganza. Na niliposema ni kuwa hapa tunazidi kuinteract, tunazidi kuzungumzia masuala ya spoti, ambapo tunazungumza masuala tofauti. Sio soka peke yake, tumeweza kuzungumza kabla tuchukue break fupi. We have been talking matters handball, matters promoting handball in the country. And now we will be talking matters Scrabble. But before then, we have a special story that was prepared by our very own Madhi Ochachi about development, or rather about karate championship build-up. I understand there's a karate championship build-up coming up. Let's look at that story.
Ndongo is my dad, and I'm a karate practitioner. Na train upande wa Thika Brook, inside a dojo called Rohio Dojo. We are under Budokan Karate Association Kenya, which is affiliated to Kenya Karate Federation. So Thika Brook, I'm the founder of Thika Brook. I started Thika Brook back in 2015, although I started training karate at St. Paul's High School in from the year 2012. I was the captain there. I started training kids, my fellow students, can't call them kids, my fellow students. I started sharing the skill with them. So now, after I finished high school, I decided to start a karate dojo back in Gatuanyaga, Thika East. And later on, I decided to come to continue with my skill, sharing my skill pande ya Thika town, and I grasped a lot of students, NIBS, Technical College, and now I'm in Rohio Dojo, where we are training with kids, ladies, old people. You know, karate, it's for all, everybody.
Sijambo. Labda tangu jiunge na hili shule la The Brook School of Karate, umefaidi kivipi?
Kwa majina naitwa George Msake. Mimi ni karateka hapa Thika Brook na nilianza hapa mwaka wangu wa 4. Na nilijiunga hapa tangu nikuje, mimi ni mwanafunzi pale Mount Kenya University. So tangu nikuje Mount Kenya, hii imekuwa kama nyumbani kwangu kwa sababu najua karate inanisaidia katika self defense pale na physical fitness. Mimi napenda physical fitness sana. So mara mingi mimi ukaa hapa hivi nikifanya mazoezi nikiwa na mwalimu wangu Lee na pamoja na wanafunzi wengine watoto hapa hivi. Wakati ambapo mwalimu anashughulika na watu wengine, pia mimi nashughulika na watoto.
Na labda tangu uingie hili shule, sasa wewe umefaidika kivipi haswa, apart from your physical fitness, kuna ingine ambayo imekufaidi?
Mara mingi nimejipata kwa hali ambazo mwenyewe naweza sema kujiondoa katika hizo hali imekuwa ngumu, lakini ile confidence, ama naweza sema karate iko na kitu ambayo inaitwa character development, ambapo ukikuwa kwenye karate unajifunza jinsi ya kukua na wenzako, kuishi na wenzako, kwa sababu unaweza jipata huko nje labda wenzako wanakuletea shida pale, mgumzo ambazo haziendani na vinyo wewe unataka. Kwa hivyo unajipata kwa njia ambayo unaweza deal nao, unajua hii unaondoka.
Mwamba afuatilie hapa ama wasaidie vipi?
Katika hii hali ya karate ningependa kumwambia mheshimiwa ambaye anahusika katika hii sekta ya spoti kwamba aweze kutilia mkazo katika hii mchezo wa karate, kwa sababu karate si mchezo ambao watu huko nje wanaangalia kama ni vita ambazo za kupigana watu. Hapana, azingatie ya kwamba mchezo wa karate utasaidia watoto na watu kijumla waweze kujifaidi. Kwa hivyo aweze kutenga sekta yake, aweze kuangalia sana karate inakuwa kiwango gani katika nchi ya Kenya.
Cliff ama Muthui.
Ulijumuika na hili shule la The Brook School of Karate mwaka upi?
Nimejumuika na hii shule mwaka jana.
Naam. Mwaka 2022.
Ndio.
Bas, tangu ujiunge na shule hili umefaidika kivipi?
Nimefaidika sana kwa kimwili. Nimekuwa na discipline. Alafu nimekuwa na ile inaitwa fitness. Nimeweza kuwa ninajiangalia kimwili, yani mwili yangu iko fit.
Naam, sasa hivi tukipata J3 ajumuike nasi hapa sasa hivi utamwandalia vita. ama Bruce Lee.
Unajua wale ni acting wanafanya, sisi tunafanya kupigana.
Kaka, utaandaa movie yako siku moja utaandaa movie yako na wote wa Kenya hawa wataitazama. Labda utajitaja katika hiyo movie.
Sasa hapa tunajita Rohio Dojo, so lazima nijite Rohio. Rohio starring Rohio.
Hilo jina la maanisha?
Hilo jina la maanisha upanga ule, ama ile niko na makali sana.
Sasa kwa hivyo nyinyi ni hatari.
Sisi hatari.
Maana mumejinoa.
Sisi hatari.
Mumejipanga.
Ndio hiyo sasa.
Muna miondoko. Vita vikizua, basi nyinyi
sisi
hakuna kucheka. Asante sana.
Asante.
Thank you so much, Matthew Ochachi, for preparing that story. I wish I was there. I also need to learn some karate moves so that I can be one of the most dangerous men around the country. But again, I'm joined by the Scrabble Kenya stakeholders. Joan Wangari is in the studio, and also Crispin Okenya, who is technical director, Scrabble Africa. And we are going straight to the conversation about Scrabble. And you guys, it's a game that sio wengi wanaijua. Na we have to make sure the sport, it's one of the, we have to make sure that the sport inajulikana sana. What are some of the strategies, Bwana Director, that you have put across to make sure that mchezo unajulikana?
Thank you very much. For Scrabble, especially in Kenya and in Africa, the game is being taken to the students, the schools, the young people, and we've realized that this is a mental kind of game, and it is good that at the early stage that the students are given opportunity to learn. So as Scrabble Kenya and as Africa as large, the game is mostly taken to these young people in schools and learning institutions.
John, you are among the players who have embraced this sport. You are one of the stakeholders who I was having a conversation with you outside the studio, and you were telling me kuja ucheze Scrabble.
Yeah.
Ni mchezo ambao unaweza kupeleka mbali.
Yes.
Why did you choose Scrabble, you as a player?
So Scrabble in itself, as my colleague has said, it's a mind sport. So it exercises your brain a lot. There's a lot of focus needed while playing the game, a lot of tactics, a lot of skill. So it's a game that helps you settle in terms of mentally. If you're having stress, this is a very good game to unwind with. Most people know Scrabble as a game which you play over when you have game nights. So you'll find in lounges or at home, guys have game nights. But now Scrabble, we're taking it to a level where it's international. We're playing it nationwide. And the reason why I chose it is because of the language. You're playing words to get points. What's better than that? You're not sweating, you're just using your brain to come up with words that are playable to win.
You are talking about taking the game into international levels. What are some of the strategies? Are you guys having a Scrabble league in the country? Or are we playing Scrabble then in high school? Yeah.
So the game is played in the country, a league that, a circuit that happens every month, that is Scrabble Kenya. And outside Kenya, there are international championships. There's an East African championship that happens every year. Then there's an African championship that is biannual. So these games exposes players to different level of mastery of the game. Because when you just play, for instance, in Kenya, you'll be meeting Joanne probably every month, and that is it. But now the level that you go international, you get to get players from Nigeria, players from United States. So there's an established system of play, Africa and the world.
Do we have a specific word? Because I understand there's kuna kitabu hapa mtazamaji ambacho kiko hapa. The last time I touched a book of this size, it was a dictionary, and I was looking for the meaning of a certain word. And now, Joan, you can tell us much more about the book and what words we expect in there.
So for Scrabble, we have a specific dictionary. So generally...
Yes, its own dictionary.
Yes. In English, you have the Merriam-Webster, the Oxford, but now for Scrabble, we use the Collins dictionary, this dictionary. Yeah. But now with time, it's very rare to find people carrying dictionaries to tournaments or even reading such. So we have different softwares on our phones. So we use the Collins Scrabble dictionary, which is updated depending with the kind of bids that are placed. So there are words that are playable. So there are words that are playable from Scrabble, but are not playable. There are words that are in English, but are not playable in Scrabble. We have Kiswahili words. Which are playable.
There's a Swahili word?
Yes, like the word mzee. Mzee is in Scrabble.
You know, Swahili is an international language. Ukienda place yote utaongea, ukienda mahali popote utaongea Swahili. Kwa hivyo, mzee?
Yes, mzee. But now you see the thing with Scrabble in itself, it's not an English game only. It's a languages. So you have words coming from Hawaii. We have Zazo. Zo is a cow and a yak together. The breed between a cow and a yak. Now that is a word from the Hawaiian culture. We have words from, there are words from the Kikuyu language which are in Scrabble, but they have English meanings. We have words from Ukambani, but they have English meanings. So it's just languages, words from different languages, from different cultures, which are brought together to form that interesting game. Yes.
And speaking of the mzee word and different words in the dictionary, we have our very own, some of the players here, hapa kando yetu, they are doing or they are playing. You can look how serious they are, and they are they are concentrating on the game. I don't know who has won, but we will be interacting with them to tell us who is leading. But director, someone is telling us, do you keep scores? Do you make them understand?
Okay, so the aim of any game is to win at the end of it. So you'll play all the words, but we have to count. When we'll move to the board there, you'll see how the counting actually happens.
Yeah.
The distribution of tiles are in that we have A to Z and 2 blanks. And the distribution is that there are a number of vowels, a number of consonants, with demarcation of points on them. So these points count towards your total score, depending on the different squares that you place them on that particular area of the board. So at the end of the game, whoever scores the most points wins the game. Not whoever plays the best words, but whoever scores the most points, because there are strategies to the game of how to score, when to score these kind of points, when to make these kind of moves. So those are very important key elements of the game that you need to probably get it to the young players that you are trying to coach.
You can see how they are concentrating. No one is interrupting them, and now they are really focusing on making sure they are discovering these different words.
Yeah.
Can you talk about any championship? Do we have any upcoming championship in the country? Are you guys planning to have a tournament in the country, or what's the plan?
So we are recently from Nigeria. We had the African Youth Scrabble Championship and the President's Cup. It happened in Nigeria in August, and they are part of the team that represented Kenya. So right now we are preparing for Thailand. We have the World English-Speaking Players Youth Championship, and we have a team of 10 players who are attending the tournament. And as my colleague said about having the circuit that we have each and every month, we have a tournament coming up in Kisumu in the month of December. So anyone is welcome to participate in the tournament. But for the international ones, you must have gotten to the level where you have qualified to participate. And for these young girls over here, they were among we had a championship, a national championship in Kenya. 250 players from different high schools, different primary schools attended. And out of that, we were able to seed 30 players who were top. From the 30, we took 22 to Nigeria, and now we have 10 who are going to go to Thailand.
To Thailand. What are the plans for Thailand?
The plans for Thailand is that we want to take a stronger team. The 10 that were selected, they'll be in a camp for like a week or so. So we'll be sharpening them, because when you go to the Worlds, the game becomes crazy. We have players from Pakistan, players from India, players from Thailand themselves who are very good. So we don't want to just be there to participate. We want to go and compete. And I'm very positive that with the plans that we have at Scrabble Kenya, we are going to compete in Thailand.
Will there be like trials? Do we have like trials like we see in football? We have trials. Is there trials? How are we going to choose the Thailand team?
We had qualifiers. So they had various, from the different regions. We had players coming from Rift Valley region, Coast region, the Nyanza region, Central region, all competing in the nationals. So from there we had the team that went to the African platform and then now to the Worlds.
All right, and now I'm going to engage our junior team, the two ladies who are playing and who are concentrating so much. You are the referee, right?
Yeah. So we have a technical director, not a referee in Scrabble. So the technical director he's the technical director in Africa. So in a tournament, we have a technical director who regulates what is happening in the playing hall. Yes.
I don't know if I can be joined by the technical director, so he can check on something. As you continue, you can talk about the two ladies. Okay. How good are they?
Okay. So we have Jemima in the brown cardigan and Joy in the black shirt. So both of them, they qualified to Nigeria, and they're also a part of the team that will be going to Thailand. Jemima was the under-15 champion in Kenya. Joy was among the top 3. So they will be leading the under-15 players in Thailand for the championship. And they're both from Kahuhia Girls High School. So clearly, there is something they're doing at their school. All right. And if two of them are going to be representing the country, they're doing something right.
All right, we have Jemima and we have Jemima here. Coach, who's winning and how?
I cannot tell who is winning, because they need to be keeping scores apparently. They have not I know, unless they tell me you're having scores.
Yes, your mic. Yes, your mic. You can use this one. You can touch that one. You guys have been keeping scores or just playing?
We've just been playing.
Yeah. And I understand you can touch, unaweza shika mic hivi, yeah? Na naelewa kuwa you guys will be going to Thailand. Labda, how prepared are you for the national championship? How prepared are you for the Thailand championship?
For the competitions we've been going, very confident that we're going to do well. From our coaches, Scrabble Kenya, they've been supporting us in everything we're doing. They've been making sure we are training, and we're thankful for that. So quite confident we're going to do well.
Quite confident. How about you?
So far we've been good. All the tournaments that they have organized for us. They have organized for us many tournaments. And I believe that with our leaders there to show us the way and to guide us, we have our tournament director who's ever been there. He's been teaching us new things, and Joanne too, together with our coaches in our various schools. So I believe we are going to do well.
Is there any time that you've ever won the Scrabble after using the word mzee? Kuna siku ambayo umetumia the word, Swahili word, any word?
I have not yet used the word mzee, but I've used raya, which is also playable, and it's a Swahili word. Raya.
All right, raya. And you?
I've played pombe.
Pombe, pombe is
it's actually a good word when it comes to Scrabble because, as you can see, the tiles have points, and the letters in pombe, most of them are powerful letters, so you get good points.
It's an intelligent game.
Yeah.
You have to be intelligent, coach.
Very important to note that when you see like a letter Z here, it has 10 points on it. So these are the kind of tiles some people want to keep to score very many points with them. We have letters like X here with 8. But the most important of these tiles, I'll show is harak, but we should not be showing, is the blank tile. So this blank tile is like a wild card. You can have it as any...
Can fill anywhere.
Any tile you want to make it. It can be a K, it can be an E. So it's a very flexible one that you'll use it easily, even to score a bingo. When you score a bingo is when you use your 7 tiles. And that one earns you an extra 50 points. So the more 50 points you score, the higher your chance of winning your game.
The two of them are one of the. They are the best among the best.
Among the best.
Among the best. Are you guys recruiting?
The recruiting formula.
Because I need to come and beat them.
Okay, definitely you're welcome. But you have to go through the juniors first before you get to even the seniors, because even in Scrabble Kenya,
even me, as a junior,
we will start at junior, because in our junior in our Scrabble Kenya platform, we give new entrants a chance to play, for instance, in a beginner's level. We don't want to uingie hivi na ucheze Premier League ama Champions League. So you get first, then you'll start to learn the nitty-gritties of the game. How do I score? Yeah. Then when you get to a certain rating point, you move to an intermediate division. Then from intermediate division, you go to the premium division. So in premium division, there are probably around 100 players there. Very tough. So these are the cream of the country that represents us in the international championship. Just as you're asking if we are having other competition. This year we were having East Africa Games in Kenya here. We hosted the East Africa Games in Kenya, and Kenya emerged to be the best country in those games. So the next championship, which is going to be next year in around Easter time, Botswana, we're going there. We are already playing qualifiers, so you better hurry up if you want to go to Botswana with us.
Yeah.
Definitely,
I will be joining you guys.
Definitely, we will be very happy to have more players.
Do we have pro players who depend now on this?
Well, in Kenya, not so, because most of the Scrabble Kenya players, they have another side. Actually, Scrabble is like a side
hustle.
I don't call it hustle because the game we play mostly because we have the passion for it. So somebody is a doctor, they play Scrabble. Somebody is an engineer, somebody is a teacher, somebody is a salesperson somewhere, and they use their weekend to play Scrabble. But just like any other sport, the aim is to make it professional, to go to the levels where you can earn from it.
And now I'm going to, we have talked about being a pro.
Yeah.
Now, what's the future plan to you? You are still young. You have a long way to go. And you have like, I don't know, is there a retirement age for this game?
No, there's no, actually, this is the game that you play up to 99 years plus. The cases of dementia, the cases of, I don't know, brain, whatever, with this Scrabble is out there. So this is a game that you won't get any injury that nimevunjika mguu sasa siwezi endelea kucheza. People go to Scrabble games in clutches, on wheelchair. So this is a game that it has a lifeline that goes beyond age. Because you'll find in our national championship, I think the oldest player in Kenya is 75 years. Yeah, 75 years old.
I will be engaging him.
Yeah.
What's your future plan? What's the plan? How do you see future with this?
Honestly, after going to all those tournaments with my sister, I see these people in Division A, which is now like the best level, and it's kind of motivating because at one time I want to see myself in those tables, like seeing that people who are my age at that time, they're looking up to people like me, people like Oyende. We hear him and we hear about all the games he's played, the tournaments he's going to, people are going to the US, and it's kind of exciting.
It's exciting. Yeah. What do you want to be in future? Just 10 seconds?
Actually, when I grew up, I wanted to join the Air Force, and now having Scrabble is something that relaxes me.
All right. What's your future plans, you as a Scrabble player?
For me, I'd like to go on playing it because, there's this, as Joy has mentioned, there's Oyende, who is a mentor of mine. He inspires me because I can see that, he's a really good player and he just gives you that passion. When you see him play, then he plays so well and you're like, one time I want to be like him or even beat him. I want to become better than him. Yeah.
All right. Alikuwa anataka kuwa KDF, na wewe?
Personally, my plans are to become a cardiologist.
Yeah.
And, Oja kuokoa za watu bana si kazi rahisi.
Allah, shukran sana. Wacheni ama tutakuwa tunafungia hapa. Wacha tutakuwa tunafungia hapa. Joan, ukiwa huko, mahali huko, umesikia vile ambavyo umesema.
Yes.
Kwa sekunde 30.
For the team that is going to Thailand, we want any support that any sponsor can come on board and assist. We're looking for air tickets for the 10 kids plus their technical team. And we will greatly appreciate that. You can reach us through our email on info@scrabblekenya.com, on Twitter at Kenya_Scrabble, Facebook Scrabble Kenya, and on Instagram at Scrabble Kenya. Thank you.
Technical Director Kafunge.
We welcome every player, any age, to this game. Don't think that Scrabble is difficult. These words, they're your everyday words. Half of them are actually English words that you play at home, that you converse with every day. What you'll do, find us in our social media platforms. Come and play. We'll teach you how to do this in a way that the professionals actually do it.
All right. It has been an interesting segment where umetufunza mawili matatu kuhusu mchezo huu, umetueleza ni kipi ambacho tunahitaji kufanya ili kuhakikisha tumeweza kushiriki katika mchezo huu. Tutakuwa napiga break fupi, lakini mtazamaji, remember the question of the day. Tunakuuliza, je, what's your prediction for today's English Premier League matches? What is your prediction for today's English Premier League? Keep the conversation going on our social media platform. Pia our WhatsApp numbers itakuwa pale chini. You can interact with us. Tutakuwa nasoma jumbe zile moja kwa moja. Pia unaweza chukua video fupi ama video fupi uweze kutuma kwa namba yetu ya WhatsApp. Tutakuwa nachukua break fupi, lakini tukirejea basi tutakuwa naingia kule Uingereza. Tutakuwa naingia tuzungumzie ligi kuu ya soka Uingereza and even FKF Premier League. Let's take a short break.
The news that matters the most is the one that hits close to home. When disasters strike, we are there to inform you. When the bullets are flying, we tell you who's shooting and why. Reporting on your victories, your health, your money, your security, your past, present, and future. We are interested in telling the stories of creativity, hard work, and resilience that you are known for.
That is our job. This is my job. My name is Victor Muyakane, and it's my honor to bring you this news this way every Thursday night on the Home of Untold Stories.
Katika majengo haya, hapa ndipo sheria zinapotungwa na zinapopakuliwa. Nitakuletea viongozi mbalimbali, mirengo mbalimbali, wote kwa pamoja wakipika na kupakua. Tutawapa nafasi kuweza kuangazia changamoto na mafanikio ya ugatuzi katika ukumbi wa siasa kila siku ya Jumanne kuanzia saa 1 kamili na kuendelea.
Toka eneo hili la Naivasha kwenye kaunti 032, gatuzi la Nakuru.
Kutoka kaunti ya Elgeyo Marakwet, kaunti 028.
Nikiripotia runinga ya TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Wajir.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Turukana.
Kwa matukio yote yanayojiri katika kaunti hii 012.
Kutoka kaunti nambari 1, kaunti ya Mombasa.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Lamu.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka Kisii County.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Machakos.
Kutoka kaunti hii ya Trans Nzoia.
Kaunti 038.
Kutoka gatuzi nambari 029, kaunti ya Nandi, chemichemi ya mabingwa.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Kakamega.
Itakuwa nikiripotia runinga ya TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Bungoma.
Jina langu ni Paula Munio.
Willy Dennis Jiru.
Fabian Kibet.
Mimi ni Hashim Jimal.
Mimi ni Kitio Mika Masai.
John Javakiania.
Jina langu ni Abdulaziz Nameka.
Mimi ni Kombo Alfayo.
Jina langu ni Nicholas Mbai.
Isaac Famba.
Mimi ni Wanji Sosti.
Jina langu ni Arnold Adidi.
Jina langu ni Chris Bet.
Jina langu ni Violet Auma.
Na TV47 inapotamba, mimi Sheila Chelangat nitakuwa nikiripotia maswala yanayokuhusu wewe kila kuchao. Every Thursday 7:30 p.m. unapata nafasi kufahamu viongozi mbalimbali kutoka humu nchini, kuanzia wabunge.
Through Changa we could get money to pay our rent, pay our bills.
When I was growing up, water was a problem where I was born and bred. We wake up at 3 to go and look for water.
Magavana
must be ready to be a tough woman.
Haya, karibu tena. Those are live pictures from Kisumu, where the Elgon Rugby Cup is going on between Kenya Simbas and Uganda Cranes. Remember, Uganda defeated Kenya in the last match that they played during the Victoria Cup finals, where Uganda won by 21-20. 21-20 scores. You can see Brian Wainye is there. You can see some of the key players of team Kenya Simbas, Kenya 15s Rugby 7s team. The rugby tournament, this is Elgon Cup, is being played at Kisumu. Waziri, you are one of the rugby stakeholders here in the country.
Yeah, I've organized a couple of 7 series. And I think this one, Kenya had to retaliate because we remember in the Victoria Cup final, I think Uganda managed to beat us, I think 20-21. So it was high time we gave them the revenge today because we are playing in our own home turf. But I think it was a long time coming because time and time again, I think we are the record holders of the Elgon Cup. We have won, I think, 12 titles. Yeah. Uganda on 3 titles. So I think today we just had to give them that hard pill to swallow because we had to play better back at home.
And Kenya is leading 2013, so 2013 in the 77th minute, so we have like 3 minutes to play. And Lawrence, rugby.
I think I even said we had like 13 minutes because
3 minutes. You thought it's football.
But I think it's high chances we go to that level of South Africa. I think South Africa has made us proud as Africa by winning the 15th World Cup. So Kenya, we have that capability. We can be better. We have proved that in 7s and in 15s. We can still prove it because we have the talent that is in there.
Joseph,
so it's always a good thing when you see
a national team winning.
The national team win. Like Waziri said, of course, South Africa did us proud when they beat New Zealand. So I think even when we were relegated on the 7s to the other division, I think we still have the talent. Beating Uganda definitely is a good thing. So I feel happy as a
Kenyan, and every Kenyan now can feel happy if Kenya Simbas is going to win the match. It's only 2 minutes remaining for the match to be issues, no?
Yeah, and I think the coach, the Cabras coach for the national team is called Coach I think Carlos Katwa. He rang the changes in bringing in I think John Kunu. And that I think is why he has won us a game because he said in the last performance they were poor, so he had to really ring those changes, and I think they have borne fruits because you can see we are leading and I think we are winning the final today.
Alright, tutakuwa naangalia results baadaye tuweze kujua timu hii inaandikisha matokeo yapi. Je, what was the final results? But Waziri, as we cross over to the football matters here in the country, we are going to start with the FKF Premier League. I understand few matches have been played. Gor Mahia registered a barren draw against Murang'a Seals. Tusker have registered a 3-1 win against Nairobi City Stars. Shabana, their second win of the season. They have beaten Nzoia Sugar 2-1. FC Leopard have continued to struggle. They have failed to beat the Posta Rangers. They have failed to beat Posta Rangers. The match has ended in a 1-1 draw. KCB have defeated Bidco 3-0. We have Kariobangi Sharks who have been beaten by Bandari here in Nairobi 2-0. But Waziri, before we get into the deep into the matters football here in the country, what are the fans saying there?
Yeah, we have the comments are coming in thick and fast as Kofu. We have one. It's called Kevin Omusungu. He says, tell Waziri we have a Western Handball League going on. We wish to be a part of Waziri tournament.
Walike?
Yeah, that will be worked on. And then we have a guy here who is now answering the question of the day. He's called Larry. He's from Kisumu. His EPL predictions is Wolves 1, Spurs 2. But now the result has gone the other opposite way. And then he's saying Arsenal 4, Burnley 0.
The match is 0-0?
Yes. Man United 3, Luton 0. And then his final prediction was Bournemouth 1 and then Newcastle 3.
The match will be played 8:30.
8:30. And then there's one here also. It's called Joseph Owala, who I think is also answering the question of the day. He says from Nairobi, Mathare area. He's saying Man United 3 and then others. I think it's Luton? Luton 1. One here is saying, I'm Regina. I'm watching from Nyeri, Gyakanja. Thank you so much, Regina. And then there's also a guy here. He's called, hi guys, I'm Mercy from Bungoma. It's my sister's birthday. Kindly wish her happy birthday. Anaitwa Sandra. So
happy birthday, Sandra, from Extravaganza team.
Yes, and then the comments are so many.
Read the last two, then we get back to Empire.
And then kuna mmoja hapa anaitwa Nishadi kutoka Garissa town. He said he's talking about another thing. He said anatafuta DJ. And then anasema kuna one here is called Belinda from Bungoma, place called Mayanja Kibuke. She says show iko fiti. And then just finally, and then he said hi Lynches kutoka Kikuyu, show iko late.
Waziri,
yeah.
We have seen today is the day that Gor Mahia have been given that bus, that their state-of-art bus, and they have failed to register a win against Murang'a Seal Star. Ni mechi ambayo ilikuwa highly anticipated. They were calling it Sportfest because of their sponsors and everything. Talk about Gor Mahia, the 20 times champion. Today, this was their special day, but they have failed to win a match that they were supposed to win.
Yeah, and I think they were coming up against a very tough opponent. We have seen Murang'a Seal are not on position 3 on that log just by mere fluke. They have earned it. They know their way around that football field. But then again, talking about Kogalo, and I've said this time and time again, when you cut off the supply to Benson Omala, you stand a chance because he's their go-to guy when it comes to goals. You look, he has scored 18 in 18 or 17 games, I think. So he's a main source of goals in that team. And today, I think probably the celebration came on a wrong day.
On a wrong day?
Yes, because many a times they say even in Europe, when you know there's a big match, don't try to divert the focus from the players because, of course, they'll be thinking about the new bus. In my opinion, they will have picked a different day so that the lads would have just concentrated on the Murang'a Seal game because I think they're overexcited again. So I think they just mixed two issues at the wrong time. But take nothing away from Murang'a Seal. It's a quality side. So a draw was a fair result. We
were live covering the event live since 6 in the morning until around 11 a.m. And I think the fans, you can see the live picture. Those were the live picture earlier today. The bus itself is there. And even we interviewed some of the fans. I don't know, do we have the fans? Before we continue?
Yeah.
Not now, but then
Then there's a joke going around. I don't know if Lawrence has heard this.
Lawrence.
They have the bus but not the logbook because it's registered under Owalo Foundation.
So the Owalo Foundation as we keep talking matters Kenyan football. Do we have the... Let's listen to the fans and even Eliud Owalo in that clip.
Since the 1980s, I can assure you that I'll continue being available for this club depending on unfolding events from time to time, now and in the future.
Kwa miaka mingi, Gor Mahia ni klabu kubwa, hatuna... Hiyo kitu inatupatia morali kwa sababu unajua, tulikuwa tunashuka kwa basi ingine hata ukiona, na hii saizi tukishuka, tunadhani tuko England bwana mtu wangu. Sasa wewe angalia hiyo basi hata kama unashuka kitu ingine ni kaa ndege. Sasa sisi inatupatia morali.
So, kupata basi kwa club ni advantage kwetu kama fans plus players pia na club as a whole. Juu sasa ile hasara ya kukodesha gari kila mara sasa imetuondokea. Tumepata afueni. Juu sasa tuko na gari yetu, tukitaka kwenda away matches ama hapa nyumbani tutakuwa tunatumia gari yetu. Na hiyo ni furaha kuu kwa club as a whole na fans wote wa Gor Mahia.
Sasa hii tuko na furaha sana kwa sababu ya tumepata basi mpya. Sasa player watakuwa na morali ya kucheza boli. Sasa tunafurahi sana, tuko na furaha sana.
Nimefurahia sana kitu wala ametufanyia manze. Tumeappreciate sana.
Mimi ni shabiki wa Gor Mahia na ningependa kusema kuwa basi hili litasaidia sana manake tumekuwa katika janga la basi for quite a long time, na vile waziri amesema hiyo basi is a very luxurious bus yenye hata ukikaa ndani hauwezi choka. Unaona, basi yenyewe itapatia players good time, enough energy. Ukienda kwa game ya leo Murang'a Seal, nakwambia tunapiga Murang'a. Sasa hivi mimi nishaeka beti yangu ya Gor. Basi itatusaidia sana.
Ni siku kubwa na nafurahia sana. Manake mimi nimecheza kandanda na sijaiona kitu kama hii. Inamaanisha kwamba tunaendelea kama nchi na tunaendelea kama wadau wa kandanda. Na kwa mara nyingine shukran kwa waziri kwa kazi nzuri ambayo amefanya, manake amehakikisha kwamba Gor Mahia wamepata nafasi yao ya kujiringa. Natumai timu zingine pia zitajaribu pia ziweze kufanya mambo yawe kama haya ya Gor Mahia.
Kuna shabiki hapo amesema kuwa alikuwa amewekea Gor Mahia iweze kushinda, lakini bet yake imechomeka. But they are excited now, they have a new machine.
I think it's a good start for Gor Mahia, because I hope this time around they'll pay their players so that this one doesn't been auctioned by Wellington. Walifanya ile last time, so EPC ende hivyo rahisi. But it's a good one. I hope another thing I'm hoping for is it doesn't collect as many goals as possible, because it has a very big space to put on the goals.
Okay, turudi kwenye FKF Premier League ambapo different results have been registered. We have seen Shabana registering their second win of the season against Nzoia Sugar. This team, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, you guys are joking. Talk about Shabana winning their second league match of the season.
So when Shabana was promoted to FKF, all of us, or most of us, thought that this is a team that would really put the likes of AFC Leopards, Kakamega Homeboys, Tusker into their place. But it's their second win. They are struggling, definitely. So I think they still need to work very hard. Nzoia Sugar, again, it's not one of the toughest teams. I remember, I think they are number 15 or so in the Premier League.
16th now.
16th, because of that loss. So it was not a very hard game, and I would expect Shabana to win the game as well. So I think they're in the right direction. They don't need to get relegated again. They need to continue with that spirit. So yeah.
Lawrence and Waziri, I want you guys to talk quickly about this match, Shabana second win, and also want you to touch on FC Leopard bad performance this season. Sijui last walishinda lini?
They beat Police.
The last time we walishinda.
Hata wewe hujui?
Walishinda ja.
Yeah. I think you look at FC Leopards. It's just the chopping and changing of coaches at the helm that's the problem, because the players go into pre-season with a different coach. They come into the new season with a totally different coach, so there's no continuity. But I think you look at the likes of Saad Musa, quality players, but it's just there's something that is not right at that team. I don't know if the politics in the boardroom is spilling into the team, because so many have lamented. You look at Kevin Kimani. The signing of Kevin Kimani, the FC fans are not for it. Clifton Mieso, they're signing for Clifton Mieso. As much as some are arguing he's a good footballer, but I think he's on the sunset days of his career. He's not a player you bring into the team to build a team around. He has been around the block for a long time. So I think for me, FC Leopards, right now they're on 15th, I think. 15th or 14th.
Yeah. I think I agree and disagree with Waziri on two things. I don't think it's basically the coach issue. I think it's not the coach issue, because the coach is, I think, one of the top coaches that has been in the Premier League.
But he was. The question is,
was he there during the pre-season? He wasn't.
What is the name? Krucha. What is the name? He was fired. What made him get fired that is coming to change now? Because the same coach that has been signed twice now. It does not. Coach here will tell you, because they fired the same coach.
Yeah.
What do they think he's coming to bring different that he wasn't offering then?
I think the issue with the FC Leopard is all about management, because you can't say you get a team and then they do a pre-season with another coach, and then when the season starts, after 1 or 2 matches, you bring another coach. That means the team hasn't gelled enough. The other coach is coming up with a new philosophy, a new style of play compared to the other one. So this is a league where every point matters. So by the moment they catch up with their new style of play, they have lost a lot of matches, and they've seen FC Leopard. They had one of the best. I think their former coach was one of the best coach. I think he's the one who built even Simba when Simba was Simba. Yeah. So we know what the quality has. But if he did that with Simba and he can't do that with FC Leopard, that means the problem is with the management, even on the team.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it's
before we go to we look at matters English Premier League. Can we talk about Tusker? They have been also struggling this season, but they have registered a 3-1 win against Nairobi City Stars.
I remember when you guys were doing the interview with Matano. They asked him what is the problem, and then you remember what he answered? Nani amemuona kwa hiyo uwanja, doesn't play. He has no position in the football field. So, but I think you look at Tusker. when they lost Jackson Macharia and Humphrey Mieno, they have really not replaced those two players because they were the heartbeat of the Tusker FC team. So you look at now, they're trying to build the team. I think the defender, there's a defender, what is the name of the, Eugene Asike. Eugene Asike is back at the team, but he's back into a new team entirely. You look at Daniel Sakari, is a young lad, so you cannot build a team around them. So Patrick Matasi left for Kenya Police. When he was there, he was also the main man. So you look at that, there's just a lot of moving parts there, Duncan. But I think Matano you don't write Matano off. He knows how to poke Kogalo. He's the only man in the league, the only coach in the league, in my opinion, at the moment, that can push Kogalo all the way to the wire, because he will win ugly, but at the end of the day, he'll get all the 3 points. That's the beauty about Robert Matano. So I think they were saying the ship is sinking, but eventually he'll just steady the ship, because he has won so many titles in the Kenyan Premier League that he knows. If you want to put some money on a coach in the Kenyan Premier League, it's Matano, to push Kogalo all the way to the wire, because he has experience to do it.
I think Matano is the only coach in Kenya Premier League who was dared the owner of the club to fire him.
Yeah.
Because the other coaches haven't done that before. You remember when he was told, if you lose this match against Gor Mahia, you're getting fired, and he told me, you can fire me even now because I've almost won everything. And he has already mastered how to play Kenya Premier League.
Yeah.
By the end of the second season, you'll see you'll be fighting. It will either be Tusker or Kogalo up there.
Which team quickly, because we need to talk matters English Premier League also.
So I just want to mention.
The fans are waiting to hear what was this.
Sure. So remember last season they just lost to Gor Mahia, not by a huge margin. So
yes.
we cannot write off Matano. Matano is one of the best coaches in Kenya. So I think they will, even this game.
I think they lost the league with 1 point.
With 1 point only.
The team can even impress this season.
So far, Moranga Seals too, my opinion.
I think Moranga Seals.
Yeah, my opinion.
And my opinion is we'll probably at the end of the season you will see Moranga Seals. Maybe they might win. We saw it with Sofapaka.
Yeah.
If you have cash and you have the quality of player you need and those are working.
Yeah.
Probably win.
I'm so impressed with Posta Rangers.
Posta Rangers. I was waiting for you guys to talk about Posta Rangers.
They have not.
They are leading. They are on top of the table now.
Rangers was considered against FC Leopards today.
They are on top of the table.
That doesn't matter. They're only
but
1 point ahead of. Let me tell you.
It counts for something. Being on top of the table.
They're only 1 point ahead of Moranga Seal and
Kogalo.
If they draw only me.
How many are on top of the league?
12 games in. It's on top of the table.
Guys, we saw Zoya last season.
Forget about Zoya. Zoya don't have the resources.
And right now,
Posta Rangers have the resources. They have the resources.
No.
I have a player
currently
inside Posta Ranger. I have a player who has been complaining about payment.
Posta don't have sponsors,
they haven't
by
been
the way.
paid for the last
paid
5 months.
Yes.
They only been surviving.
Now the way they're winning, it's miracle. I don't know.
They have a good player.
They are suffering.
They have been surviving on allowance.
They have been surviving miracle. They haven't been paid.
Waziri tusonge English Premier League. Wanasema they on top of the league. Kwa hivyo Arsenal, we tell you we are on the top of the league.
We are used to Arsenal.
Hakuna kitu pale. Tuingie kwenye English Premier League tuangalie ni kipi ambacho kitaendelea pale, or what is going on in the English Premier League. Currently 3 matches are live, or 3 matches are going on, where Arsenal are playing against Burnley. The 24th minute 0-0. Crystal Palace against Everton 1-1 in the 24th minute. Watu wa GG hapa mmekula. Manchester United against Luton, the team that is struggling, the team that is really struggling this season. This is Manchester United. And Tottenham have been beaten by Wolves 2-1. Guys, 2-1. I thought Tottenham were going for the title.
Yes.
Expected.
But Tottenham just have a first 11. They don't have the depth to go toe-to-toe with the best teams in the league. And it was only a matter of time. Yeah, take nothing away from Ange Postecoglou. Tactically, when you watch them play, the lads are having fun in there. The Yves Bissouma looks like a totally new player. But I tell you, as I keep on saying as Kofu, the EPL is a marathon, it's not a sprint. How well are you prepared? You look at City, they are well prepared. You look at Arsenal, they have the depth. You look at United, when they start playing better, they have players on the bench that can come on and change the game. You look at Spurs and you ask yourself, if Maddison is not playing well, or Son Heung-min is not playing well, who will come on and change the game for them? It won't be possible. So I think it was just a matter of time. We were saying once the first shoe dropped, I think when they were beat by Chelsea, it was just a matter of time before the other shoe dropped again. And now it's time that they are realizing the EPL is a very, very cruel league, Duncan. If you don't have the depth, you won't really compete.
It's all about the squad depth.
Yeah.
There's another team that is really struggling here, Manchester United. You are an Arsenal fan. I'll be giving you a chance to talk about the Arsenal. But let's talk about Manchester United, you guys.
He's a Man United fan. He has got to say it.
And he's been silent since we started.
He has to go first because he's a United fan.
Why are you silent, bro?
I'm not silent. Yeah. I think it's just a moment. It has happened to Arsenal before. It has happened to Liverpool last season. It's still happening to us this season. So you're talking about a team that's now struggling in terms of tactic, in terms of players, in terms of a small argument like the one for Sancho and the coach. Yeah. So a lot of things are into details that we really don't know, but it's pity that we're struggling as Manchester United, and hopefully we think we're thinking of doing something that's positive. But as a fan, I really feel the pain. But this is the moment where you put your heads up, because we saw it Arsenal struggling, and they still were proud. And as a Manchester United fan, I'll still be proud that I'm a Manchester United fan. We are going to be on top 4.
Tutarudi tuzungumzie kuhusu Manchester United na kipi ambacho kinaendelea kule. Guys, remember you can also keep the conversation going by replying or by answering our question of the day. That is, what is your prediction for today's English Premier League? 3 matches are currently going on, or 3 matches are live, and we have seen Arsenal are yet to score and Manchester United are yet to score against Burnley. But earlier today we saw Tottenham being beaten by Wolverhampton 2-1. We're going to take a short break, but keep the conversation going on our WhatsApp. That is, what is your prediction for today's English Premier League? What is your prediction on English Premier League? Let's take a short break.
The news that matters the most is the one that hits close to home. When disasters strike, we are there to inform you. When the bullets are flying, we tell you who's shooting and why. Reporting on your victories, your health, your money, your security, your past, present, and future. We are interested in telling the stories of creativity, hard work, and resilience that you are known for.
That is our job. This is my job. My name is Victor Moyakane, and it's my honor to bring you this news this way every Thursday night on the Home of Untold Stories.
Katika majengo haya, hapa ndipo sheria zinapotungwa na zinapopakuliwa. Nitakuletea viongozi mbalimbali, mirengo mbalimbali, wote kwa pamoja wakipika na kupakua. Tutawapa nafasi kuweza kuangazia changamoto na mafanikio ya ugatuzi katika ukumbi wa siasa, kila siku ya Jumanne kuanzia saa 1 kamili na kuendelea.
Toka eneo hili la Naivasha kwenye kaunti 032, gatuzi la Nakuru.
Kutoka kaunti ya Elgeyo Marakwet, kaunti 028.
Nikiripotia runinga ya TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Wajir.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Turukana.
Kwa matukio yote yanayojiri katika kaunti hii 012.
Kutoka kaunti nambari 1, kaunti ya Mombasa.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Lamu.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka Kisii County.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Machakos.
Kutoka kaunti hii ya Trans Nzoia.
Kaunti 038.
Kutoka gatuzi nambari 029, kaunti ya Nandi, chemichemi ya mabingwa.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Kakamega.
Itakuwa nikiripotia runinga ya TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Bungoma.
Jina langu ni Paula Munio.
Willy Dennis Jiru.
Fabian Kibet.
Mimi ni Hashim Jimal.
Mimi ni Kitio Mika Masai.
John Javakiania.
Jina langu ni Abdulaziz Nameka.
Mimi ni Kombo Alfayo.
Jina langu ni Nicholas Mbai.
Isaac Famba.
Mimi ni Wanji Sosti.
Jina langu ni Arnold Adidi.
Jina langu ni Chris Bet.
Jina langu ni Violet Auma.
na TV47 inapotamba, mimi Sheila Chelangat nitakuwa nikiripotia maswala yanayokuhusu wewe kila kuchao. Every Thursday 7:30 p.m. unapata nafasi kufahamu viongozi mbalimbali kutoka humu nchini, kuanzia wabunge.
Through Changa, we could get money to pay our rent, pay our bills.
When I was growing up, water was a problem where I was born and bred. We wake up at 3 to go and look for water.
Magavana
must be ready to be a tough woman and not a woman to be walked over.
Kwa hivyo
but you respect people.
Dari ya mfahamu kiongozi, story na historia, na mi Elizabeth Mutuku.
Kwa mirindimo kemkem ya michezo, mahojiano ya kipekee na mabingwa wetu, makala ya kuvutia pamoja na matukio mubashara viwanjani. Shabiki, tutapiga mbizi katika kila kiwanja, ndani na hata nje ya nchi. Mtazamaji, uko tayari? Ni kazi michezoni ama michezo kazini? Ungana nami Ahmed Bahaj, sajili mpya nimefika katika kipindi cha kipekee Mchaka Mchaka. Zitatoka cheche, tutapiga mstari chini yake. Si bora michezo, ni michezo kwa ubora wake. Mcheche.
Tumerejea tena, and the program is TV47 Sports Extravaganza, where we have been discussing matters sports in the country, sports in the country, and I'm joined by, or rather, I'm being joined by some one of the best sports and pundit in the country. We have Salim Waziri Usaki, who has been championing for the Waziri Super Cup tournament. We have Lawrence, he is a goalkeeper's coach and also a scout. He has been scouting young talents, and we have a sports pundit here, is Joseph Kuria. And guys, before we took the break, we were discussing matters Manchester United. But I understand, is there fun?
Yeah. We have one fan from Nyeri. I'm Regina, watching from Nyeri. Nyeri Gikanja. Regina, you are welcome. Yeah, Gikanja. There's one who said, I'm watching from Eldoret. Annex, Choiko on top.
Annex is a club, right?
It's a club.
Somewhere. So they are watching. They're watching TV47. That's interesting. Guys, we were talking on the problem that Man United are facing, or what's the problem inside Manchester United. They are inside the 34 minutes. Inside 34 minutes, the match is 2-0 against Luton. I was expecting a team like Luton, first time in their league, a team like Manchester United can't find an opener.
And resilience that you
I think,
are known for.
We've seen Luton playing against Liverpool last time. Yeah. It was not an easy match. So these small teams from Championship are proving that they are strong enough, they are better.
And it's my honor
but when they come to face these big clubs, because that's where they now show their strength, how they. Luton facing Manchester, it's not. It's a easy team, but with the current Manchester situation, I think it's for us to struggle to score, because we're really struggling. You've seen this is the first time Manchester is on the bottom of the Champions League table. Imagine how painful that is.
I mean, I don't know. What's the problem? Umekuwa silent sana for
I
the
think
time.
it's really the problem comes with
the coach.
No, I can't say the coach, because the coach is not inside the field. I think it comes with the players actually, because the attitude they're facing, they're going with their team. I think, if I'm not wrong, the last match that Rashford got a red card, he was not even somewhere to be seen before even he got a red card. Me as a Manchester United fan, I never realized he was inside the field because he was not effective at all.
Who picks him to play?
It's the coach, yes.
Why the responsibility starts with the coach? Because look at this. Now they had some wrangles with Sancho, some wrangles with I think Anthony.
I understand Sancho has been removed from that WhatsApp group.
Even the dressing room you were talking about.
There is some
dressing room away.
Ametolewa hadi WhatsApp group.
Yeah, he doesn't even sit with them. But I'll tell you, there's no moment as me personally, I'll blame the coach. Why? Because there's a big force behind the coach that we are not seeing. We're only seeing him because he's the one giving order. We don't know about the last time. I think the previous coach said, told Tenag when he was coming in, it's more than just what you're seeing. It's more of a management issue and everything. How Manchester is being managed. Teams have revolutionized their training facilities, how they handle players. You see, we have scouted best of the players. We wanted this Barcelona midfielder. We were even at some moment we wanted Haaland. Yeah, but why can't we get them? Because of the management.
But
they think.
My question is, if you're not blaming the coach, you look at Rashford now, he's not performing. Whose call is it to throw Rashford in there or not to throw him in there? Whose call is it?
There's a deep state. Why are you putting him at the first?
There's deep state.
No.
As a coach, you can make a decision to put him out. But if you're protecting your job, it comes from the management. He's an English. Rashford is in English.
Because you are in English, you have to play while you are
Manchester. Manchester, Arsenal, they consider English men first options.
The owners and also the manager. Remember, the manager, Cristiano, went because of the manager. This guy
Sancho is going because of the manager.
This guy,
but he's going because of discipline cases, not money.
Yeah. This guy playing in Betis.
Betis who? Greenwood.
Getafe.
Yeah.
Now, there's no way he could have
look at Sancho now.
Straight to the.
So it has to become. It's a coach.
Okay. How you want to argue the issue? But then again, for Harry Maguire, the fans were commenting he should not be on that football field. Even the management itself, the backroom, the way they're saying the cartels of the team, they were saying he should not be on the team. But it's Erik ten Hag's personal decision to bring back Maguire and put him in that first 11. Yeah. He's now playing. He has been playing in the past 5 matches. So if he can make that decision, it's okay. We are saying if he can make that decision to put Harry Maguire in there, why can he not make the same decision to take Rashford and put him on the bench because he's not performing? Guys, it's the same reason.
The same reason Harry Maguire was not outside Manchester United. It's because he's an Englishman. That's why he was still there when he was not playing, because this moment will come. And we've seen Rashford in good moments, or even in bad moments. The last match we played, Rashford was even not supposed to start, actually. Being on as a Man City.
Let me ask you, Sancho is English, right? Yeah. He's afai kuonekana anywhere near that field. He's not even. Why not Rashford?
Let me tell you, if you have followed up Sancho's disciplinary cases, even in Dortmund, he has a lot of issue with discipline. Not only in Manchester. If you're a good fan of Sancho, you could have followed him through. Why did he leave Man City to go to who is this? The Man City striker, this left. The youngster in Man City right now. Fode was not playing in Man City when he was in the youth team. Sancho left there because of the playing time. Now Fode is playing his best matches in Man City. That will be Sancho and Fode at the same time. Why did he leave? Disciplinary issue. He had to go to Dortmund. The same thing happened to Dortmund.
The reason why you cannot put Rashford on the bench, because honestly speaking, he is your best player by a million country mile. You cannot afford to put him on the bench. So you want to risk it and try and see, let's just put him and let him play. Maybe the lucky day. But maybe it's his lucky day. That is the reason. It's pathetic. Right now. That's why I'm saying it's pathetic, because it's a coach's decision to say Rashford is not performing, he's not scoring goals, nowadays he's not even giving assists. Put him on the bench, but he can't. Why? He's not about Englishman.
Let's talk about Manchester City. And let's talk about Arsenal, because I understand we have less than 5 minutes to wrap up the show. Manchester City have been really phenomenal. They are unstoppable. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you the team is unstoppable.
Not really.
And but I was thinking Liverpool could challenge them, but after drawing against Luton, no.
They are not unstoppable.
We are.
Chelsea, Arsenal,
I know Arsenal.
We've stopped them.
I know Arsenal's excuse is because they beat us with that deflected goal from Martinelli the other day. But I think, in my opinion, and they're doing this without KDB because everyone says, oh, without KDB, Man City is nothing. I tell you, and I'll say it again, I said it last season on this very set, and I'll say it again today, Man City is going to win the league because there's no other team that will compete.
You're opposing? Arsenal, I think Arsenal are going to win.
I'm willing on live TV to place a bet.
Come on. Again, so Arsenal are going to win the league.
Oh yes.
They can be on top of the league, but they cannot win the league.
We have depth.
Right
now.
Which depth?
Look, right now, our captain is not even starting because of fitness issues. Look at that. That is fitness. We have Timber.
We have Timber. We'll convince with their winning EPL. To be honest,
even their supporters, they don't have that courage.
All that time and then you leave it. And then this guy takes triple.
Yeah.
Come on.
Champions League. You made this guy take 3 trophies.
Unless you win the Fantasy League. But the English Premier League, that one cannot happen. That's a fact.
Stop dreaming.
Yeah.
On live TV.
Korea.
Let's do it.
No, we can't.
We shall be there.
I'll
try to see. Oh.
We'll place the bet
at some point they will be on top of the table.
No,
at
they
some
would
point.
be. Right now they are number 3. At some point, there's no point they will be on top of the table, if not last season.
No. Come on.
Let's be honest with Arsenal.
If you compare Arsenal, the way they have been caught out, like the way they were playing last season, they will kill matches in the first even 20-30 minutes. Right now they're struggling because people have realized
they don't have Shaka.
They don't.
That
they
guy
don't have
was
that
very
team.
influential.
Look, we have
Declan Rice.
We have Declan Rice.
Declan Rice is not a match
very
winner.
influential in that team, and that's the only
He does not dictate play.
Look.
That's the danger about the
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Waziri, talk about this English Premier League. Your words on Man United, Manchester City, and even Arsenal.
Yeah, for Man United, is a huge problem. It won't even be sorted this season. For Arsenal, yeah, we understand. We understand their excitement. They have not been here for the past, 25 years. So when they're here right now, it makes them so much happy. We understand the joy that comes with them. It's like buying a kid new toys. We get that excitement. But for Man City, they're still winning the league because they have the depth, they have the quality, and they have a coach in Pep Guardiola who has been around the block and understands the game. So I think that is just my sentiment for today as we finish the show.
I think
Man United guy.
For Man United, we were building a team which we probably this season won't be that perfect. I think we are surviving on top 4. We are not going for relegation. For Man City, I think they're still the better side. Even Liverpool, I think Man City, Liverpool are better side. For Arsenal, we are used to their talking, and this is not the first time. It's been more than 25 years. A kid has been born, has graduated. They have never won any major cup.
Come on, that's personal.
Just a question of yes or no. Do you think Man United will challenge for the league, or do you think they are going to have a trophyless season?
No, we might. It's tricky because we are struggling. Personally, we are struggling. I'm being honest. I won't be like Arsenal who are struggling and they're still denying.
Waziri has said no.
So I don't need
and Lawrence have said the only day that you guys will be on top of the league is last season.
I won't speak about Manchester United. Of course, we know they are struggling and hao ni kama wako huko nini. Now, for Man City, I mean, last season we never won any game against Man City. This season we've beat Man City. So definitely we are sure that we are winning this thing.
My God.
So Man City will be the runners up. So that's
okay.
fine. And actually we've won FA. That's a major trophy.
Shukran sana majamaa.
Community Shield. Community Shield, that's a plate.
Yeah, but then again, just as you wrap up, Dan, I'll just like to invite you all to Ebuya Town this December for the 4th edition of Waziri Super Cup. It's going to be very, very special.
We'll be looking up to it. Mtazamaji, those have been my sports pundit of the day. Salim Waziri here and Lawrence Omondi and even Joseph Kuria. They have brought a banter here. Tumesikia Joseph Kuria akiambiwa siku ambayo Arsenali watakuwa kwenye kilele cha jedwali basi ni mwaka uliokamilika, na mwaka huu hawataonja pale juu mwa jedwali. Kipindi kimekuwa Sports Extravaganza here at TV 47. I'm going to leave you with this script. I'm going to leave you with this interview that we had with Street Basketball Tournament.
tunaitwa Moses Msusi. Mimi ndio one of the founders na coordinator of Street League hapa mtaani, but also I'm a referee in the league. I would say that hii league ya mtaa imekuwa na big impact kwa community yetu, especially teams zile zinacheza hapa zina represent different areas from Nairobi. Na kama leo in fact like ni our second leg where we actually kind of like finishing to go to the playoffs. So kama ukiangalia matches za leo ziko top up. League imedividiwa mara mbili, kuna side ya men which is the street inside exposure league na side ya madem women empowerment league. Yeah.
My name is Raymond Omondi, team manager and also coach of Buruburu Crusaders. Buruburu Crusaders is a team that comes from Buruburu. It's a team that was there a long time ago in the 80s. So there are some people who pioneered for us, Ole Mwaniki and a group of people who are coming from Buruburu started this team in the 80s. Some of us were still young boys, and Buruburu played in the National League up to the mid-90s when the team was disbanded. Then we came up with another team, Buruburu Friends, which was there until 2004. Kenya, when it comes to the fans, at times I believe we are letting our country down. Because each and everyone, I believe, has a passion, and at times over the weekends, it's good to set your time and go and watch to support also our local leagues, especially basketball. Like in this league, the Street Inside Exposure League, normally in the morning hours, there are not so many fans, but around 2, the game that starts between 2 to all through 5 or 7 at night, usually the court is so packed. And it would be good for people to support sports by just going to cheer your favorite teams or also taking time to touch someone's life by commenting on how they are playing or even giving them life skills.
My name's John Chasimba, officially. Lakini jina ya basketball ni Nigo. I'm a referee, and I've been refereeing for the last 30 years. I've refed at different levels. I'm a member of the Kenya Basketball Referees Association, and nimeref games za KBF, nimeref NBA, nimeref as international schools, nimeref Eastern Central. So at least I have some experience in reffing. So this time niko hapa CL. CL ni league hapa mtaani pande ya Comoros, and it's a street league, and ilianzishwa because watoto wa siku hizi wanajiinvolve na mambo mingi sana, and again sometimes back we had a very good player ambaye alikuwa hapa mtaani, but because ya stories za utegi alipigwa mchuma. Unaona, in a way imesaidia wasichana na vijana at least ku advance pia, apart from skills zao, pia ku advance level yao ya education. So we thank Gria ambaye ni sponsors wa hii league, and wako na mipango mingi zaidi because they said they are bringing in more sponsors. So I know with time, maybe in 2 years or 3 years, hii league itakuwa a very big one which everybody would want to come to it. So everything organic kuvumiliana. So like now nikiwa hapa, I'm in charge of referees, and kuna wale tunawa groom just to make sure that when we are away, wakati tumeretire, at least hakuna shida, at least kuna watu wanaweza ku officiate game at each and every level. So nikiwa hapa, that is what I do with the young referees. Najaribu ku encourage, kama kuna mistakes na waambia to correct na kitu kama hiyo. So unaona pia tunawaka na talent zao, na pia it can be like a career, you know, because it pays, unaona. Yeah, like other countries, they pay well wakati they are good referees, unajua, so you never know.
If you want to make sure, yeah, arm's length. But if you do this, that's a foul. If you do this, you're guiding.
The news that matters the most is the one that hits close to home. When disasters strike, we are there to inform you. When the bullets are flying, we tell you who's shooting and why. Reporting on your victories, your health,
know a person with hearing impairment, but what causes this?
present and future. We are interested in telling the stories of creativity, hard work, and resilience that you are known for.
This week we speak with Florence, who has a child with hearing impairment.
My
name is Florence
my
Mboyeke.